few and little, grammatical usages. The pronouns few and little are pronouns that do not refer to anybody or anything in particular. What this means is that they lack an antecedent, that is, a noun which they replace in a sentence. As a result, they are known as indefinite pronouns. Indefinite pronouns are pronouns that do not refer to any entity in particular. Though they refer to entities, persons and objects, they do not specify exactly what it is that they refer to in a sentence. Hence they are imprecise, unclear and vague pronouns. For example, anybody, anything, everybody, everything, anything, some, many, etc. Back to our main topic, the indefinite pronouns few and little are oftentimes used interchangeably, mostly by second language speakers of the English language. However, both pronouns have appropriate contexts in which they are to be used, especially in formal settings, or for the sake of standard expression. For instance, the indefinite pronoun few is often used when referring to unspecified countable or count nouns. The nouns it represents in sentences, which are imprecise, are nouns that can be counted individually. Take for instance, books, pens, corns, buses, schools, students, politicians, clothes, etc. Examples of their usages include, few have been marked. Books, few were elected into office. Few are waiting for their requested loans. Few will be in school on Monday. Few are members of the gang. A notable fact about the indefinite pronoun few is that it refers to a very small amount of countable objects, persons and objects. While its other variety, a few, refers to a larger number compared to few, even though it is still considered a small number. Take for instance, a few were burnt down to ashes. Context, houses, few were burnt down. The difference between sentences 1 and 2 is that, while sentence 1 could mean 5 out of 10 houses were razed, sentence 2 could imply that 3 or 2 out of 10 houses were razed. The indefinite pronoun little, on the other hand, refers to objects that cannot be counted individually. Unlike few, it does not refer to imprecise objects that can be counted one after the other, but it hints at objects that cannot. Rather, they are counted in groups. For example, sugar, sand, water, air, soup, wood, information, furniture, etc. These nouns can only be counted by grouping. For instance, a bottle of water, a plate of soup, a teaspoon of sugar, a bucket of sand, etc. Here are examples of the indefinite pronoun little, representing them. Little was added to the tea. Little can be carried at a time. Little will be enough to understand this topic. Little is not enough to build the bridge. Little will be enough for me. However, the indefinite pronoun little only refers to a very small amount of uncountable or non-count nouns, while its other variety, a little, refers to a larger number even though they both hint at small quantities. For example, a little should do. Sugar, little should do. In sentence 1, the quantity of sugar that should do could be 1 teaspoon, while in sentence 2, it could be a pinch of sugar, just like with the indefinite pronoun few. Now both few and little can function as modifiers of nouns, hinting at quantities, in which case they serve as determiners. Take for instance, few books were marked. A little water was spilled. Little drops were found. A few soldiers attended the meeting. Few students are present. To determine the contexts in which the indefinite pronouns few and little are to be used, you need to, first, examine the context of what they are referring to, whether countable or uncountable, to determine which of the two indefinite pronouns to use. See you soon.